Welcome to Vroom Vibes. When the engine roars, luxury never stops. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson doesn't just arrive, it emerges, like a statement of maturity from a brand that has spent the last decade reinventing itself. What was once Hyundai's compact crossover for practical-minded buyers has become one of the most visually striking and technologically complete SUVs in its class. The 2026 Tucson is not merely a refresh. It's a confident stride into a future where design, engineering, and emotion coexist with surprising harmony. The first thing you notice is its posture. Sharp, angular, almost architectural. Hyundai calls the design language parametric dynamics, but the 2026 version evolves it with smoother layering, deeper textures, and subtly reshaped proportions that make the Tucson look more fluid without losing its signature boldness. The front fascia is dominated by a larger, cleaner grille, within which the daytime running lights are hidden so well that they only reveal themselves when powered on. It's the kind of detail that feels like it belongs on a concept car, not a mass-market SUV. As the lights illuminate, they create a striking geometric pattern that appears to glow from inside the metal. From the side, the body lines are more cohesive now, less jagged, more sculpted. The wheel arches remain muscular, but better blended into the silhouette, and the redesigned alloy wheels, ranging from 18 to 20 inches, give the Tucson a more upscale presence. Hyundai has taken time to refine the proportions: a longer wheelbase, slightly stretched rear doors for better passenger access, and a more athletic stance overall. It's not trying to look aggressive. It simply does, naturally and effortlessly. Hyundai has stepped into the realm of quiet luxury, and nowhere is that more apparent than in the 2026 Tucson's cabin. It feels like the designers took time, real time, to consider what modern serenity should look like. The dashboard sweeps gracefully into the door panels like a single continuous sculpture, with soft-touch surfaces and minimalist design that keeps visual noise to a minimum. A massive curved display stretches elegantly from behind the steering wheel to the center of the dash, merging a fully digital instrument cluster with a crisp, responsive infotainment system. But what truly gives the Tucson its elevated feel is how it balances technology with atmosphere. The seats themselves, especially in the higher trims, use improved Nappa leather with deeper cushioning and more ergonomic sculpting. The result is a compact SUV interior that feels halfway to a luxury lounge. Yet beneath this cinematic calm lies a highly functional heart. Hyundai engineers understand that families use their cars hard, and the Tucson responds with intelligence, not gimmicks. The second row slides and reclines. Cargo space is more generous, with a wider loading area for bulky items. The driving experience is where the Tucson's two personalities, emotional appeal and engineering precision, fuse most beautifully. You start the engine, and it settles into a refined, almost whisper-like idle. The 2026 Tucson comes with multiple powertrains depending on the market: a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter, a turbocharged hybrid, and a plug-in hybrid variant. The hybrid options deliver smooth torque, quicker acceleration, and excellent fuel efficiency, while the PHEV offers true electric-only commuting for urban drivers. On the road, the Tucson feels more controlled and composed than previous generations. Steering is light but accurate, suspension tuning has been softened just enough to glide over road imperfections, and sound insulation has been boosted with new materials and thicker glass. At highway speeds, wind noise recedes into the background, and the SUV cruises with a serenity that feels far more premium than its price suggests. It has the handling manners of something more expensive: calm, planted, and confident. Hyundai's technology package continues to be one of the strongest in the industry. The 2026 Tucson includes the latest Hyundai SmartSense suite: enhanced forward collision avoidance assist, smarter lane centering, adaptive cruise with machine learning behavior prediction, blind spot view monitor that displays live camera feeds in the digital cluster, and even driver attention warning that gently reminds you when your focus starts drifting. Safety isn't treated as an obligation, it's a philosophy woven into the experience. At night, the Tucson feels almost cinematic. The dashboard glows with clean, modern typography. The ambient lighting deepens like the interior of a boutique hotel. The headlights cast a wide, crisp beam. The road becomes not just something to travel across, but something to savor. And it's here, in these quiet nighttime journeys, that the emotional side of the Vroom Vibe style begins to shine. The Tucson isn't trying to be dramatic, yet it has a way of turning ordinary travel into something contemplative, something peaceful. You feel cocooned, separated from the noise of the world outside. Yet, despite all this elegance, the Tucson remains a practical, accessible SUV, the kind real people buy and drive every day. Hyundai has mastered a rare blend, a vehicle that feels emotionally rich but financially grounded. It's not luxury for show, it's comfort for living. Whether it's work commutes, school runs, road trips, or silent late-night drives, the Tucson adapts seamlessly. The 2026 model also reflects Hyundai's deeper shift into design maturity. What once made them competitive on pricing now makes them desirable on merit. This Tucson isn't chasing competitors, it's setting its own direction. It's bold but refined, futuristic but human-centered, spacious but intimate, technical but emotional. And when you step back and look at it, the quiet glow of the headlights, the sculpted body, the elegant cabin, you realize the 2026 Tucson is more than an SUV. It's an evolution of purpose, a demonstration that everyday vehicles can still stir emotion, inspire calm, and feel like home. And as you spend more time with the 2026 Hyundai Tucson, its deeper character starts to reveal itself. The kind of qualities you only notice after real-world living. You begin to appreciate how cleverly Hyundai has mapped out the driver's environment, shaping it around intuitive movement rather than just visual appeal. The buttons you actually need remain tactile and within reach. The touch controls are responsive but not intrusive. Even the placement of the armrest and cup holders feels thoughtfully calibrated, as if someone studied how people actually sit and move during long drives. The cabin becomes not just a place to travel in, but a place to exist, a small mobile sanctuary that genuinely respects your time and your senses. The seats now feature layered foam cushioning that adjusts more naturally to your body weight, preventing fatigue on long trips. The headrests tilt at more ergonomic angles. And even though it's a compact SUV, it somehow feels bigger inside than many midsize competitors, a testament to Hyundai's mastery of interior packaging. One of the most impressive upgrades comes from the ride quality engineering. Hyundai has refined the shock absorbers, adjusted the bushings, and stiffened certain chassis points to reduce body vibration. The result is a ride that absorbs bumps without feeling overly soft. You glide, but with presence. You feel connected to the road, but never disturbed by it. It's the kind of balance you usually associate with more premium manufacturers, Lexus, Acura, even some European names. Yet here it is, in a Tucson, approachable and accessible. The hybrid powertrain, in particular, brings a new layer of sophistication. You sense a quiet surge of torque from electric assistance the moment you press the accelerator. The transition between electric and gasoline power is nearly invisible, something older hybrids struggled to hide. The regenerative braking is smoother, less grabby, more natural. Hyundai has clearly listened to feedback and fine-tuned the experience so the driver feels empowered, not interrupted by the technology. And speaking of technology, one of the new standout features is Hyundai's improved voice command system. It no longer feels like speaking to a machine. Instead, it recognizes conversational language. I'm cold. Lower the volume. Find me the closest fuel station. It responds with surprising intelligence, handling small comfort requests and navigation with minimal effort. It's part of Hyundai's push toward human-centric design, making the car feel like an assistant rather than a device. But where the Tucson really earns respect is in the way it handles real-life needs, those things that don't appear in glossy car ads but matter greatly when you actually own the vehicle. The rear hatch opens wider and faster. The load floor is lower. The cargo space accommodates everything from family groceries to hiking gear to luggage for road trips. The seat folding mechanism is more fluid and nearly one touch. You can see how Hyundai's designers learned from everyday users, families, commuters, weekend adventurers, and shape the Tucson around their habits. Drive it at night and you'll notice another understated but powerful improvement: the lighting. Hyundai's new projector LED system casts a sharper, cleaner beam with better spread and depth. This Tucson isn't shouting to be noticed, it's whispering to be appreciated.